We have them because it seems prudent to protect folk when you're in church in service, you're vulnerable. So we have security to guard you. Now, security doesn't stop everybody from coming in. Security just protects you in case somebody wants to come in and do you harm. It just guards. He just guards. When he says guard, it means to monitor incoming traffic. Okay, what am I saying? You got to make sure, you got to watch what comes into your mind. I'm preaching to myself. You got to watch what you see on TV. You got to watch what you do on your phone. You got to watch what you do with your friend. You got to guard your mind. You got to be careful what goes. I'm preaching to myself. You got to be careful what you let into your mind. What goes into your mind is going to change and control what you do. He says, guard your mind. That's why Paul said you got to cast down all imaginations that arise themselves up against the honor of God. The idea was there's some stuff that may want to get into your mind, into your psyche, into your mindset, into your philosophy that will cause you to do things that are contrary to the will and the way of the Lord. But what God is saying here, the word is saying here, is you got to guard, you got to monitor what goes in. That means you got to monitor, look, friends that have influence on you because they can put stuff in your head and give you ideas and thoughts that you should not have. You got to monitor what you put in your body that control your mind, like liquor or drugs, because they'll get you to do stuff. No, I don't want to show of hands, but there's been times where you may have been inebriated or under the influence and a thought came to you to do something that you normally wouldn't do, but you were under the control of something else. Amen. I'm trying to bless you so you know when you go into the New Year's Eve, you know what not to do. Amen. Because you can't let everything into you that's going to control you and control what you do. You have to guard your mind. You got to guard who you listen to. You got to guard who you talk to. You got to guard what you read. You got to guard information that's trying to get in that's going to mess your mind up. Amen. Because guess what? Everything that you may want to look at or talk to or think about may not be good for your mind. You got to guard your mind. You got to be careful with your mind. You got to guard your mind. No, he said, no. So he said, look, listen to this. This is going to bless you. Listen to this. This is going to help you. Listen to this. This is going to be a blessing to your whole body. Guard your mind. Because your mind, look what it says, guard your mind above else, for everything you do flows from it. Jesus said it's from the heart that comes all sorts of evil things. The heart being your mind, and your heart and your mind being kind of one and the same, really. And when he talks about this in the text, the idea is that you got to guard what goes in you, because what goes in you is going to come out of you. And so you got to be careful, amen, what information, what you're thinking about, what you're concentrating on, because it'll dictate what you do. And so if you got good things going in, you're going to do good things. If you got bad things coming in, you're going to do bad things. So he says, guard your mind. And so you got to be careful what's influencing you. Amen. And not only does that, he says, guard your mind. That's the first thing. That's your heart. Guard your mind and your heart. Then you got to be careful at. Amen. He says, but I got number 2 for you. Not only do you need to guard your heart, what comes into your mind and your brain and what you're being influenced by, but you have to watch your mouth. Now, this sermon, this right here is strictly for Pastor Hodge. Keep your mouth free of perversity. Keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Amen. I was reminded this week by my beautiful and lovely wife that my mouth sometimes is not always the best, and I don't always say things right, same thing. And she was right and she was correct, like she normally always is. Amen. But the truth be told, amen, I got to watch what I say, when I say it, how I say it, because I can say things the wrong way. No, see, like I said, this is a sermon for me, not for you, because all of y'all say the right things all the time. Y'all never say anything wrong. Y'all never do anything. You'll never cuss. You do it all right. But Pastor Hodge is a work in progress. Amen. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to work it out. I'm trying to do things. I didn't even know this was in the scripture when the Lord told me to read it. I said, Lord, why am I reading this one? This is preaching to me. I don't want nothing preaching to me. I'm trying to preach to them. He said, you can't preach to them until you preach to yourself. All right, Lord, well, let me just beat myself up for a second here. Amen. Pastor Hodge got to watch what he say. Pastor Hodge got to watch what he do. Look, because your mouth will get you in trouble. So not only do you need to guard your mind, you got to watch your mouth. Look at your neighbor and say, watch your mouth. Watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. He says, keep your mouth free. That means free means with no. Free means nothing that should be perverse. Perverse means when the truth is corrupted. He said, oh, it's perverse, it's not godly. He said, your mouth ought to be free from those kind of things. And then he said, keep corrupt talk far from your lips. And I was using in the 8 o'clock service, far being an idea of distance and time and distance. So the idea was that there ought to be some distance from the time you say it something to the next time you say it. What do you mean, Pastor? He said, if I said something wrong on Monday, I shouldn't say anything wrong on Tuesday. I need to put some distance between the things I say wrong. Amen. So what do you mean, Pastor? And the goal is for you is to not have be irregular and routine for you to say wrong things. So if you say anything wrong on Monday, saying anything wrong on Tuesday, saying anything wrong on Wednesday, you are not getting the sermon. The idea is for you to say, hold on, I said something wrong. Let me watch what I say for the rest of the week. Let me watch what I say for the rest of the month. Let me watch what I say for the rest of the year. Let me keep my mouth shut. I need to listen more anyway. So maybe if I keep my mouth shut, it's going to help me listen more anyway. Maybe if I just, look, maybe the reason I don't have as many friends is that because every time folk around me, I got something mean to say. So let me keep my mouth shut and only let positive things come out of my mouth. And maybe if I show myself friendly, I will find more friends. Maybe if I just keep my criticism to myself, I know I should. Sometimes you want to criticize, but you know what? Everybody don't need to hear your criticism every 5 seconds. Amen. Look, if all you said was negative and you never interjected anything positive, nobody's going to want to hear what you have to say, even what you say is right, because all they're hearing from you is the wrong thing. Keep some distance sometimes. You got to spread that stuff out. Amen. So it doesn't seem like every time you open your mouth that you're saying something that you shouldn't be saying, or you're saying something and it's hurting somebody, or you're saying something and it's offending somebody. The idea is to keep corrupt talk far from your lips. Corrupt, what does that mean? It's tearing down. When something is corrupted, that means that it's got something in it that shouldn't be in it, and it's not good. Corrupt talk from your lips, gossip, slander. Amen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Or just words that aren't pleasing, words that just don't build up, words that tear down. So you got to guard your mind, and you have to what? Watch your mouth. And he said, keep corrupt talk far from your lips. It should, look, you keep it far from you.